Amid one of the worst droughts in decades, Zimbabwe and Namibia have announced plans to cull hundreds of elephants and other wildlife in an effort to provide food for communities facing severe hunger. This controversial decision, made public in mid-September 2024, has sparked both local and global discussions on wildlife conservation and the urgent need to address food insecurity in southern Africa. Zimbabwe, facing a rapidly growing elephant population and a worsening drought, revealed that it will permit the culling of up to 200 elephants. The country's National Parks and Wildlife Management Authority stated that the elephant meat will be distributed to communities suffering from food shortages. Tinashe Farawo, a spokesperson for the agency, confirmed that permits would be issued to local communities to hunt elephants. Additionally, government wildlife officials will contribute to the culling. Farawo explained that the elephants will be culled from areas such as Hwange National Park, where human-wildlife conflict has intensified due to limited access to water and food. Hwange, one of Zimbabwe's largest parks, currently houses over 45,000 elephants, though it has the capacity to sustain only 15,000. Nationally, Zimbabwe's elephant population stands at around 100,000, double the amount the country's parks can effectively support. Rising temperatures and erratic weather patterns, exacerbated by the El Niño phenomenon, have further strained the park's resources. The situation is critical, Farawo noted, referencing the drought that has already claimed the lives of over 100 elephants in the past year. If we don't act now, we risk losing even more animals to hunger and thirst in the coming months. In neighbouring Namibia, the government has approved the culling of 723 animals from 5 national parks, including 83 elephants, 30 hippos, 60 buffaloes, 50 impalas, 300 zebras and 100 elands. Announced 3 weeks ago, this plan is part of a larger effort to reduce wildlife populations that have exceeded the land's carrying capacity, leading to dangerous conflicts between humans and animals. Namibian Environment Department spokesperson Romeo Muyunda emphasized the necessity of the cull. This decision aligns with our constitutional mandate to use natural resources for the benefit of our citizens. It's also a demonstration that conservation can directly support human survival, especially in times of crisis, Muyunda said. Like Zimbabwe, Namibia has been grappling with a severe drought, exacerbating food insecurity across the country. Namibia's conservation efforts, which have been globally praised in the past, now find themselves in conflict with the immediate need to support starving citizens. Balancing conservation and survival. The decision to cull elephants and other animals has drawn significant attention from environmental groups and international conservationists. However, both Zimbabwean and Namibian governments argue that the measures are a last resort in the face of life-threatening conditions for their populations. Zimbabwe's Environment Minister, Sithembiso Nyoni, defended the program, stating that her government had little choice given the country's overpopulated elephant herds and the urgent need for food. "We have more elephants than we can sustain, and the current drought has pushed us to act decisively," Nyoni explained in a recent parliamentary address. "We are following Namibia's example. The meat from the cull will be dried, packaged, and distributed to communities that desperately need the protein." Botswana, which neighbors Zimbabwe and Namibia and holds the largest elephant population in the world, around 130,000, has yet to announce a similar program. However, experts are closely watching how the situation unfolds across southern Africa. Experts weigh in on the drought and wildlife crisis. Goyo Roba, a food security and agricultural expert from the Jamil Observatory, noted that, while the culling of wildlife may seem extreme, it reflects the difficult choices these nations must make. Zimbabwe and Namibia are working against a wildlife population that far exceeds their ecosystems' carrying capacities, Roba said. It's a challenging balance between meeting international conservation obligations and ensuring their citizens do not starve. Southern Africa's drought, fueled by climate change and the El Niño weather pattern, has placed unprecedented pressure on both wildlife and human populations. In recent years, conflicts between humans and wildlife over scarce resources have become more frequent, forcing governments to adopt drastic measures. As Zimbabwe and Namibia move forward with their culling programs, the world will continue to debate the complex relationship between conservation and survival, especially as climate change exacerbates food shortages and forces vulnerable communities to take unprecedented steps. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more updates.